Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today we stand firm on advocacy for the ban of artists who are committed in child grooming. This is not merely a matter of morality, it is a matter of justice, safety, and societal integrity. Firstly, child grooming is a heinous crime that exploits the innocence of children and leaves lasting scars on their lives. Artists who engage in such acts betray the trust placed in them by society. By continuing to allow them to thrive in their careers, we send a dangerous message that fame and talent can overshadow criminal behavior. Secondly, banning these artists serves as deterrent. It demonstrates that society will not tolerate such action regardless of one's status or contribution to the arts. It reinforces the principle that no one is above the law. Thirdly, the presence of these artists in the public sphere can re-traumatize victims and their families. Imagine a survivor of child grooming seeing their abuser celebrated on stage or screen. It is an affront to justice and humanity. Opponents may argue that banning artists infringes on freedom of expression. However, freedom of expression does not mean a freedom from consequence. When an artist commits a crime as severe as child grooming, they forfeit the privilege to be celebrated and supported by society. Banning artists who are committed in child grooming is not about silencing arts. It is about upholding justice, protecting children, and maintaining societal values. Let us take a stand against exploitation and ensure that our society properties safety and integrity over frame. And artists hold a role as role models, allowing them to remain active there committing child grooming, preparedness harming influences on society. This been a step towards protecting societal integrity. Next is stopping to commodification of crime. There are cases where scandals involving artists actually boost their fame and financial gain. By banning these artists, we break the cycle where crime becomes part of their brand and is exploited for profit. Ensuring justice for victims. Any action that support convicted artists is a betrayal to the victim. This ban provides a tangible demonstration that society stands with the victim, not the perpetrators, and sending a firm message. Banning artists involved in child grooming sends a strong message that there is zero tolerance for such offenses regarding of status of talents. And the presence of these artists in public sphere can traumatize victims and their families. Imagine a survivor of child grooming seeing their abuser celebrated on stage or screen. It is an affront to justice and humanity. Opponents might argue that banning artists infringes on freedom of expression. However, freedom of expression does not mean freedom from consequence. When an artist commits a crime as severe as child grooming, they forfeit their privilege to be celebrated and supported by society. And next is opposition side. Ladies and gentlemen, While we unequivocally condemn child grooming and support justice for victims, we oppose the motion to ban artists who are committed in such acts. Firstly, banning artists raises concern about due process and fairness. Who decides the criteria for banning? What if accusations are false and unproven? The risk of unjustly ruining careers and reputation is too high. Secondly, separating the art from the artist is crucial. Art has the power to inspire, heal, and unite people. By banning artists, we risk erasing valuable contribution to culture and history. Should society lose access to meaningful works because of the creator's action? Thirdly, banning artists might lead to a slippery slope. If we start banning individuals for their crimes, where do we draw the line? Should we ban all public figures who commit crimes? This approach should set a dangerous precedent. Proponents argue that banning artists serves as a deterrent. However, deterrence is achieved through legal consequence, not censorship. Artists who commit crimes should face the full action of the law, but their art should remain separate from their action. While we must hold individuals accountable for their crimes, banning artists is not the solution. Let us focus on justice through legal means and preserve the integrity of art as a spirit entity from the artist's personal action. And then risk of false accusation. Banning artists could open the door for societal manipulation. False accusation may be used to destroy someone's careers, especially in highly competitive industry. Allowing the audience to make moral judgments instead of imposing bans, let the audience decide whether they want to support the artist's work or not. Disrespect individual rights to choose based on their moral beliefs. The importance of rehabilitation. Completely banning artists remove the opportunity for their rehabilitation as individuals. We should encourage recovery processes, not just social punishment. And next, creating space for discussion. The presence of this artist allows society to discuss critical issues like child grooming. Their existence can serve as catalyst for greater awareness about such crimes. And next is conclusion. While we must hold individuals accountable for their crimes, banning artists is not the solution. Let us focus on justice through legal means and preserve the integrity of arts as a spirit entity from the artist's personal action. Thank you from me, Hayik, and thank you.